Recently, I had an appointment with one of the viewers and we were discussing the finances part in the call. And turns out the very first question of this viewer was, what should I prioritize first? Should I start investing in stocks or ETFs or cryptocurrency? And if I do that, how much of each should I be taking into my account? To answer this question, I would like to show you my portfolio. And once I've shown you that, I've shown you my percentages. So how much of a percentage each asset class is having in my portfolio. Then I'm also going to give a recommendation. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, so keep this in mind. This is just for educational purposes only so that you can orient yourself a bit. So once we have done the portfolio part, then I'm going to show you the percentages. So what I believe is an interesting percentage that you can have as a beginner, as an intermediate, or at an advanced level. So I'll take you to the screen and we'll start from there.
So now on my screen, you will see a lot of different kind of, portfolios, values and everything. We are going to go through all of this in detail. And towards the end, you will have a very nice idea of how much you would like to invest in stocks or ETFs or crypto. Now, this is a very common question that people have, that should I prioritize ETFs over stocks or stocks over ETFs? Now, the main thing that you have to understand is what is a ETF or what is a stock? When you're buying an ETF, it could be across multiple different kind of companies. Now it could be 100, 1000, 2000, whatsoever. The one that I've been investing in so far is MSCI World, and it constitutes 1600 different companies across 23 developed countries. Then what could be another option is that maybe there's an ETF which is just going across different kind of sectors, or maybe it is just choosing one sector and is having different kind of companies inside. So just think about it as a bunch of different kind of stocks which you can generally buy for a cheaper price than it would be when you buy individual stocks. Now, for example, the core MSCI World, you can buy it for 61 euros. But if you take a look at the underlying stocks, for example, you have Amazon, and if you buy that, it's already 2000 euros or something. So that is problematic. No? But with core MSCI World, even beginners can start investing inside these major companies. That's ETF. So a bunch of different kind of stocks which you can trade on the exchange. It's different than mutual fund because mutual funds are generally actively managed funds and ETFs are passively managed. They're just following one index or the other. Then you have stocks. Stocks is generally when a company wants to raise capital and they want to give a part of the ownership of their company to some individuals or to some companies. So when you invest in a stock, you actually become a part owner of that company. Now, this could be different kind of companies, whichever are public and can be traded on the exchange. So for example, my biggest holdings are Tesla. I have 58 stocks there. Then I have SL Green Realty. I have 318 stocks in that. SL Green Realty is a Manhattan real estate company and they have their properties all over the world, but generally they're renting out office spaces. Of course, right now things are a bit difficult, but I see in the longer run people would like to return to their offices because it is still a more social and communal place. So I'm still having that inside. And then I have a bunch of other companies. So this portfolio is on Trade Republic, which is getting closed, and all of the stocks that I have here will be transferred to Scalable Capital. So that is still in the process and will be happening in the next 2 weeks or something. On Scalable Capital, I have only one stock, which is Plug Power, and I have a lot of shares of it. I don't know, around 300, 200 or something, and a total investment of 10,156 euros. So that's stocks. That's you buying individual stakes in different kind of companies. Then you have cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is essentially a way you can buy or sell goods with digital currency, which is generally decentralized, so that not one institution or one government has control over it. So that's also an interesting concept. Here I have 27,418 euros in my Exodus wallet, and then on Binance I have 2,480 euros. So this is essentially how all of my different kind of asset allocation look like. If I would add real estate and everything inside, of course you can make a separate asset class for that, but right now we are just taking a look at stocks versus ETFs versus crypto. For real estate, we have a house on an island that we are renting out on Airbnb. So that is also a nice way that we have invested or diversified the places we are investing our money. Now, if you take a look at the portfolio values, total investment that I have in ETFs is around 7,784. Then in stocks, I have 86,450 euros. then in crypto I have around 30,000 euros, which makes it a total of 124,135.48 euros. So the comma is the German way of mentioning a decimal. No? So just so that you guys don't get confused. The portfolio, 6.28% is what is invested in ETFs. Then I have 69.64% in stocks, so almost 70%. And then I have almost 25% in crypto. Now what you have to understand is, as a beginner, like when you're going from ETFs towards crypto, you're essentially going from low risk plus low reward to high risk plus high reward. Why do I say high risk plus high reward and not just high risk? Mainly because whenever you're doing any kind of more speculative investments, the chances that one of those investments rise really to the top, that could be very high. But the chances that you might lose all of your money, that's also high. The same is with low risk, low reward. If you're investing in something that's already established and it is running for so many years, it has a nice history, the fundamentals are strong, people have already invested their money inside. Generally, it is very well known, and some kind of new breakthrough happening in those kind of stocks is generally very difficult. Now, ETFs, if you take a look, it is so heavily diversified that, of course, if one company, does something wrong or something bad happens, then there are so many other companies which are able to take over the effect of that. That means, in general, they're essentially just going up, and you do not have any kind of problems there of it just having a sudden deep dive. Now, if I would have to think about what kind of percentages I would like to invest in all of these different asset classes, the first one would be, let's say, if you're a complete beginner. So what are stocks? Now you have 80% invested inside ETFs. This is also how I started. I even started with just 100%, which was very safe. So that was just me investing all of the money that I had. So 100 euros I started investing with. And that's what I always say, start small. You don't have to all of a sudden put inside tens of thousands of euros. It slowly builds up over time. So I invested the 100% or 100 euros directly inside MSCI World. That was essentially my first purchase. Then 15% I would invest in stocks, the individual stocks which are more stable. So you could have Johnson & Johnson, you could have PepsiCo, you could have Coca-Cola, or you could also recognize the mega trend which is happening right now, which is everybody going towards renewable and everybody going towards EV. So then you could be investing in Tesla, or you could be investing in NIO and all of these other, companies. Now, still at the beginner stage, I would keep 5% of your portfolio in crypto. And mainly because it is not going anywhere now, because it has now a history of over 10 years and people have been heavily invested inside. Major companies like Tesla bought a really big stake in Bitcoin. And if you see it is just going to stay here, mainly because it is decentralized and not one government or one company can come and say, hey, I'm going to ban this entire cryptocurrency, or I'm going to ban Bitcoin and stuff. It just doesn't work that way. Then if you are already a bit advanced, so you're more on a comfortable level, then I would say 60% ETF, 30% stocks, and then 10% crypto. But if you want to get some gains and you're already somewhat experienced, I would say 10% you should still keep inside ETFs because they're still stable. In case you need to have easy access to your money and you want to sell something, you can still rely on ETFs, that they're not going to just completely go to zero. That is very important, and that is a nice safety net that you're still having built inside in your investments. Especially FTSE All World or MSCI World, these are both good indexes. You can invest in that. Then you have 60% in stocks. I still believe these are real companies selling real products, so you should have some ownership there, because when the companies do better, generally the investors do better, because when other people see that the company is doing well, they want to also buy the stock of it, which then makes the stock price go up. Then 30% I would still keep in cryptocurrency. Some people can have more depending on how bullish you are on it, but I would say at a more advanced stage, 30% is still a nice place to kind of start with. So this is essentially how different kind of asset classes look like. I would say for beginners, always just start with ETFs. Pick one ETF. This could be MSCI World or FTSE All World, and you can easily save them on Scalable Capital. Now this is the depot that I'm like completely transferring everything onto, because it just has more favorable fee. On Trade Republic, every single time you buy or sell, you're essentially like paying €1. On Scalable Capital, you just have to pay a flat fee of €35, and you can do all of the trading, all of the investing, any kind of savings plan, everything, do without any costs whatsoever. And then this is nice. So this essentially brings down your entire cost of investing in 1 year just to €35. And if you would do it via, let's say, Trade Republic, every single time you're buying or selling, you're paying €1. And I'm telling you, like, you will make at least, 3 trades in a month. Like, sometimes you're buying something, sometimes you're selling something, sometimes you come across a new stock or something that you want to invest in. So in those kind of scenarios, like, Trade Republic very quickly becomes more expensive. Now, so you can do that. Plus, like, they're also offering a €35 sign up bonus for anybody who is choosing for the Prime broker. You see that I still have free broker right now. I'm going to be shifting to Prime before 28th Feb. So if you are like, into investing and you already want to have a good solid fundamental broker which you want to like, continue investing with, you can go with them. When you go to the link given in description, you can see that it shows that you can earn €35 till 28th Feb 2021 if you open your account and you choose the Prime broker. So that's very important. Prime broker just gives you so many more flexibilities, and it's $2.99 per month. When you do it for the entire year, then you of course have a nice bonus of €35. And also, like, when you're making any kind of savings plan and stuff for the ETFs, then you can do it with as little as €25. I've made multiple videos about how to start savings plan and stuff. I can also like, put them in the description. Now for cryptocurrency, I would really recommend Binance because you have the lowest exchange fee available. So you should definitely like, open your account with them and start investing from that. Even if it's just €20, €50 or something, I would still like, use this. The ones that I have in my portfolio is Bitcoin, I have Ethereum, I have ADA, and then I have Chainlink. So that's also another, cryptocurrency which is having, in my opinion, a nice upside. So this is essentially like how you can start investing with ETFs, stocks, and crypto, how you should prioritize them. If you still have any kind of questions, you can always write to me on Instagram too. So there you have the username, brand device, and just write to me and I'll see you there.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any kind of questions whatsoever, you can let me know in the comment section below. If you want to sit down and have a one-on-one call, you can also find the link for that in the description below. Also, if you haven't yet opened your account with Scalable Capital so that you can start investing in ETFs or stocks, you can do that with the link given in description, and you're having €35 sign-up bonus if you choose Prime Broker till 28th Feb 2021. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.